Land of fulfillment. In the land far, far away, the princess was sad and unhappy because her people were suffering from the famine and were dying out of misery. It was all the consequence of her refusal to the marriage proposal of the monster king living in the neighboring kingdom. He cursed the whole kingdom of fulfillment with the desperation and deprivation of food, water, and happiness. The pretty princess was in no way willing to marry that demon, but she wanted to save her people from the worst curse of all times. It hit her land fatally. She counseled her fairy friends, and they suggested her to summon the eldest of them from the fairy world to find the solution. The princess sent some presents and flowers to the eldest fairy and invited her to dine in her beautiful garden. Over the meal, she shared her concern and the cause of worry with the wise fairy. It made the fairy sad too. So, for the immediate relief, she gave the princess a magical potion to sprinkle on the food and drinks. So, after eating and drinking, the people wouldn't feel hungry and thirsty for a long time. The princess ordered to prepare delicious cakes and drinks, and before distributing among people, sprinkled the magical potion on them. Her people ate and drank to their full. The thirst was quenched and appetite was satisfied by the food. The princess was amused at the fact that she could help her people in the time of distress, but she wanted to resolve it permanently and to throw away the curse from the land. She, with her wise counselors, learnt the sword fighting with the magical sword that was a gift from the eldest fairy of the fairyland. Moreover, she made her skillful warriors ready for the plan she made to fight the demon, to save the kingdoms near and far from his treachery and evil intentions. She herself led the 4 warriors she had with her, and they entered the kingdom of the monster Zaun, disguised as wizards from the other land, and requested the guards to meet the king. The guards took them to the court. They presented precious jewels and fine linens and silks as the gift to the king. He was really happy and accepted their gifts and offered them to be the royal guests. At night, the princess and the warriors made the guards unconscious with the magical powder they sprinkled on the plants. While going back from the king's court, they had their faces masked with the clothes so that the powder should not affect them. While they went out to reach the king's bedroom, they put on the robes that made them invisible. The princess was holding the magical sword carefully in order to make no sound at all. The 5 of them reached near the king's bed, and to make sure not to awake the monster, she moved slowly towards his head, and with a forceful strike of the magical sword, chopped off his head from his body. The blood gushed out from the neck and they saw many evil spirits came out with the shouting and screaming. As they came out of the demon's bedroom, the guards, who were demonic creatures, turned to human forms. When they got back their consciousness, they thanked the princess for saving them from the slavery of the evil monster Zam. The people of her land came out to welcome her and celebrate her triumph and victory over the vicious one. The curse got taken off, and the happiness and the fulfillment of the land was revived.